What is going on, everybody? For those who don't know, I go by Philly Mike, but we got another Battle Birds podcast post game for you guys. I'm torn. Like I said, the Eagles needed this win. We knew that. Washington lost. Dallas won. Who cares what the Giants do at this point? But the Eagles needed this win. After coming out, getting it done, however we got it done last week, not passing, running. This week we come out and see Jalen Hurts drop 300 on the Cardinals defense. And although our defense was destroyed in the secondary, the young guys played. Michael Jacquet is a baller. Shout out to Gate City. He was big on him. He has a video, I believe, early in the season about Michael Jacquet. Was definitely right on him. Again, one game sample size. We can't just, a guy has a great game and we go, yep, he's going to be locking down on the side of Slay. But it was encouraging to say the least. I want to say this. The team has fight in them. But again, in situational football, see, when I say situational football, that means Doug Peterson calls some good plays. But in certain situations where you want your coach to elevate the team and really just get it done, he doesn't. No excuse. And again, Jalen Hurts took the sacks, but do something, man. It was 1st and 10 inside the 10-yard line, 1st and goal with a chance to tie the game. I blinked my eye and I see a 3rd and 21, a 4th and 21. And again, a valiant effort for the offense who, at times got a little stale, but they did what they had to do. We knew if we were going to win, it would be a shootout. And it was kind of shootout, 26-33, had a chance to go over 30. Jalen Hurts is putting on some good film. I like what I see. The players play around him. Shout out to my guy, Quez Watkins. Speed. With that being said, I'm just going to let you guys go. But I just want to say, man, it was encouraging to see the Eagles play good. But again, the turnovers kept us in the game. But we just couldn't get it done. So now where do we go from here? At the bottom of the NFC least. It's a bad taste. Go ahead, guys.
Go ahead, Gates. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I broke down film on Michael Jacquet. I thought the kid was a kid that was worth developing. I thought he had a chance at becoming a prospect here in Philadelphia, long-term kind of developmental piece. The dude certainly is, exceeded what I thought he would be able to do his first year. I mean, rookie year coming in here. I mean, I got to give the kid credit. That was a hard matchup going up against, the Cardinals. Like, this is not an easy matchup for any quarter, especially an undrafted rookie free agent. Like, he did a good job. I mean, Hopkins got him on one easy, pretty, he got him pretty good on one play. But, I mean, nonetheless, the kid came in, he played pretty well. I mean, he's still got some fundamental things he's got to work out a little bit. But to be honest with you, Mike, I thought he showed more foot speed than I thought he would have. Like, that kind of shocked me a little bit, man. His foot speed wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was. Like, I thought like, hey, man, like, the kid definitely has pretty good technique for a college player when I was watching his film. But I was like, I'm a little curious to how his foot speed is going to line up in the NFL, and surprisingly well, like pretty well. I mean, no complaints there at all in terms of that aspect of the game. Wrapping up and tackling, still kind of an issue on the defensive side of things at times. I mean, I thought the defense definitely showed fight. They exceeded my expectations tonight. I'm going to be honest. Would still like to see, guys like Jalen Mills who make a big deal about talking about, wrapping up and tackling himself. I thought that Quez Watkins showed that what a lot of us saw on film with this kid, which is, I said, look, he doesn't run the same route tree that, than a guy like John Hightower does. I mean, John Hightower definitely had a more diverse route tree than Quez, but I said that I thought when you really broke down the routes that he ran, he was very good at selling those routes. And I thought that he had foot speed that was quite surprising when you saw him hit that gear. And I thought he definitely showed that today, that if he kicks it in the second gear, that kid is incredibly fast. I'm excited to see Quez more, man. I want to see Quez worked in a little more. I mean, look, I don't want to take anything away from Alshon Jeffrey because you guys know how I feel about him. I still think that he's still the best all-around receiver on the Eagles football team. But he's also 30-something years old. He's definitely getting away with a lot of push-offs. I'm going to tell you that straightforward. He should have been flagged quite a few times tonight for that push-off he keeps doing. With that said, I know we were going for it. There was a shot at the playoffs, and that's why you're playing a guy like Alshon Jeffrey. I would like to see Fulgham used more. I would like to see Quez used more. I'd like to see Rager used more. And let's get Hightower in there. Let's I know that he's regressed a little bit as the season went on, but it's time to coach the kid up, and it's time to see what we got some of the younger guys. I think we're at that point of the season.
Yeah, real quick before, let me just get the super chat in real quick. Shout out to Jay Kills with the $5 super chat. He said, proud of the effort. Future looks promising if we can churn out some of the aged players. And I think if we would have won this game, you would still want to see the guys who give you the best chance to win. Some people believe it's Alshon, some people don't. However, losing this game, depending on what happens in the NFC East, you got to get these young guys in. Win or lose, get the young guys in and see what we got. Go ahead.
Yo, that man, you know what it is. You know what it is. Your boy Philly Fresh, aka the General. What's going on, man? How y'all feeling? What's going on? I understand it's a loss, but how y'all feeling from what y'all looked at? Gate City, man, I appreciate everything that you just said. Mike, I appreciate everything that you just said. Gates, I ain't gonna lie to you. I agree with everything that you said up until the Alshon situation. He is not the. I'm sorry, Gates. I get what you're coming from, but it's like it's the agent thing to me. You know what I mean? Because we can sit there and say that Jason Peters all around might be the best lineman, but Father Time is undefeated. You know what I mean? So when you really look at it, all right, so let me get in my soliloquy right now. I got two people that I'm in an uproar about. Once again, it's Doug Peterson. The play calling. Not even too much of the play calling. That's not really too much of the play calling. But it's the situational football that I don't understand why he doesn't get. The fourth, not fourth down. We're going to get into that in a minute. Hold up. Why in the hell do you take points off the board? And it's not like we're down 4, and if you score, we're only down 2. Dude, we was down 5. So even if you make the 2-point conversion, we're still down 4. Just take the points. Your man already kicked it through the field. Like, I don't understand it. Now, I understand Jalen Hurts, welcome to the world of Eagles football, where your offensive lineman can't block for you when it's crunch time. You know what I mean? This is what you're going to have to deal with, Jalen Hurts. But I think that he played a good game. I really like what I've seen. I really like a lot of things that he did. Did he do some of the things that Carson Wentz got benched for? Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Jalen Hurts coming to ball, and he did that. You know what I mean? But my thing is, why in the hell, if you know that you're going for it on 4th down, I'm talking about the last drive, the last 2 plays, why in the hell is the third and forever, and you throw 2 Hail Marys? No, if you know you're going for 4th down, why isn't it some up and out routes to get to the sideline, to get out of balance, so you can set up and you probably at the 20 or the 15-yard line, and you got a more capable chance of tying the football game? That's on Doug. Doug, to me, is really failing this team as a play caller. I don't understand what's going on. Once again, Miles Sanders, the third quarter, it's like I didn't even see him. What the hell happened to him? He gives you that in the first half. He does everything that he can, and yet it's like he get benched. Like, I don't understand that. My second guy, see, Mike and Steve, aka Gate City, and aka Philly Talk Podcast, they was nice. They came just on nice and being like, no, not me. You know how I get down. Jalen Mills need to sit your behind on a pond. Seriously, I'm really tired of seeing this dude, man. I appreciate you was there when we won the Super Bowl, even though they put up 505 yards on you, but still appreciate you for being that. But you come, and I don't know if this is true, but I did listen to Akeem Talib talk, and he said that Jalen Mills stepped in front of the team and said we need to tackle. How about you take your own advice? Because why in the hell is a tight end running across the sideline and you hit him with a little shoulder shrug. Like, come on, man. Like, this is not young Joe. You can't hit him with a shoulder lean. Like, stop it, man. Like, wrap the hell up. You are not playing safety now. You're playing corner. So you have to wrap up. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I felt as though we fought. But we should have won this game. We won a turnover situation. I thought as though, and that's another thing. Doug, why in the hell didn't you? Now we got the football the next play, so I guess the ball don't lie, maybe. But
Yeah.
why in the hell didn't you challenge? Like who was up top telling you not to challenge that Kyler Murray fumble? That's a dude. We're in a red zone. You got to challenge that. But I guess since you used a timeout in the first 3 minutes of the game, I don't know why. I don't know what the hell happened. You said what, bro?
A minute and a half. He used it.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell happened there, but you used the timeout. And now, I don't want to jeopardize. No, stop it. That was a clear fumble. And I don't know, and I'm not going to blame that on Doug because I know it's people upstairs that he got to talk to say, yo, what do you see? What do you see? But once again, I blame that on organization, man. Like, once again, this organization is failing these young kids. Quez Watkins, my guy, been calling for him. Fulgham, why in the hell would it take 4 quarters for Fulgham to get a touch? Because Alshon Jeffrey is in here looking like a man that stole a piano. You know what I mean? And he got it on his back. Now, what I can say is, through all that adversity, I thought Jalen Hurts came to play. You didn't see no poise in him. You didn't see you didn't see no delay in him. And shout out to my cousin Ski. What's going on, man? AKA Driscoll. Can we hold a moment of silence for Carson Career as the Eagle? Hey, man, let's do it, man. I give you 4 seconds, man. I ain't gonna say nothing. All right, now back to business. Here's what I'm gonna say, man. I can't hear you.
My bad. That was like 2.5. You cut it short.
My bad. But yeah, that's what it's looking like. I like what Jalen Hurts did, but the play calling looked better. The play calling looked better. That's why I said I didn't want to grind Doug Peterson up for the play calling. It was a situational football with the play calling at the end of the game that I had a problem with. The play calling was way different. Again, we seen first of all, stop running that freaking screen with Jalen Reagor. Everybody's seeing it in the league and they just waiting for it. But we seen different things. And I like that. I don't know if it's Doug doing it. I don't know who it is. But shout out to y'all, whoever is doing that. And go ahead, Mike. I'll let you get to the next super chat.
Yeah, real quick. Shout out to Kill. Jay, he said with the 499 super chat, how about the rookie in back-to-back performances against 2 prolific defenses? I would say I don't know if I can call the Cardinals defense that great, but they do got studs on it. Like, I like Patrick, I like Hassan Reddick, I like Jordan Hicks when he was an Eagle, when he's a Cardinal. I like Buda Baker. They have some players over there. So, hey, listen, there's nobody who can watch the game and say Jalen Hurts, he didn't play good. He played great. He won us a game against the Saints. He played great in this game. However, again, it's not about, listen, the dude's playing great, and I want to see more. But we've seen players who played great for 5 games, 10 games, and then fell apart. Now, looking at Jalen Hurts' game, I think he's only going to get better. I really do. He can work on his passing, but the athleticism's there. He's making good decisions. He's decisive, except for that safety. But yeah, to be honest, I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a break career wherever he plays. And we do have a decision, but the decision is going to take all offseason to make. Go ahead.
You win Super Bowls the dominant theory is you win Super Bowls on rookie quarterback contract. So that's what you're really looking at. But our situation is unique because it doesn't count if you already have a franchise quarterback that's going to count against your books. So I think that's the problem we're at right now. I'll say this. He's done everything to win this job so far. I'm not saying that it's that decision's been made or anything like that, but I mean, yes, you can critique things in this game where he made some mistakes. Of course, I mean he's a rookie quarterback. I mean those things are going to happen. But I mean, to be real with you, he's played well enough. So I think that it does make you wonder: can you get away with his athleticism with lesser talent for a little while to get through this budget crisis that Howie Roseman has got us in, and come through on the other side finally after a couple of years to where you can build around him? That's really the question they're going to face. Some other things. Someone asked me about the Dorsey hire. John Dorsey, I think, is an indictment on Howie Roseman.
Yep.
We know that he already consulted the Eagles before the 2020 draft, and we know that it's very likely that at the end of the season he's going to be giving a dominant or a prominent role in the front office. I mean, I think that tells you something, that they don't feel that Howie Roseman should be the sole person making decisions over personnel. I mean, I think that's pretty clear why John Dorsey is. I can't remember who asked me it, but I wanted to make sure I answered that for you guys, what I thought about that. I mean, I think it's pretty clear. He said he wasn't going to fire Howie Roseman, and then went around and hired somebody. So you can see that, okay, I don't want to fire him, but I'm probably going to pull back the reins a little bit on him, which is what I think a lot of us have been kind of saying, which is either you got to fire him or at the minimum, you got to pull the reins back and get somebody in here who can evaluate personnel better. So, I mean, that just feels like that's what Jeffrey Lurie has kind of done. I mean, we can argue of whether or not we think John Dorsey is going to be that guy, but they had to try something. They got to do something.
Yeah. Real quick, shout out to Cool Man Trez with the $5 super chat. He said, you can see Hurts devastated after that last incompletion. And just to let the chat know, Jalen Hurts did throw for over 300. Someone said he almost threw 300. I think he had like 338 or something like that. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, look, he threw for over 300, guys. He was like, I want to say 24 of 44 for like 338 or something like that.
Can I ask a question though? Because I've been reading this chat. People have been saying, and especially like kill and all that. Rookies allowed to make mistakes, and you can accept that. Everybody makes mistakes, man. Like, it don't matter if you a 12-year, 1 year, 5-year veteran. Like, and I'm saying that because because it's looking like Jalen Hurts is going to be the quarterback for the foreseeable future. And I'm saying that because I don't want it to be next year, 2 years later, 3 years later, and everybody is grinding Jalen Hurts up for doing the mistakes that we see now. Because that's going to happen. It's going to happen. Like I said, I'm a man that roots for the Philadelphia Eagles. I report on the Philadelphia Eagles. But what I do different than a lot of people is I look at everything around the quarterback, not just the quarterback. But it's funny how people, and I got texts and I got tweets and I got all this stuff to prove it. People can make excuses for Jalen Hurts, but the same when I make the same thing for Carson Wentz is, oh, I'm a Wentz apologist. No, I'm telling you what's going on. I'm telling you that the play calling sucked. I'm telling you that wide receivers wasn't getting open. I'm telling you that it should be no reason why Jason Peters is playing. I'm telling you it should be no reason why Alshon Jeffrey is playing. I'm telling you these things, and I'm also going to say these things for Jalen Hurts because he's the quarterback now. Now, did Alshon Jeffrey have a good game? I don't think so. Once again, Gate City, shout out to you. Because you seen the same thing I've seen. This dude pushes off on every single play.
He does.
Because he can't get separation.
He does.
Once again, you have just diminished the development. I ain't talking about you, Gates. I'm just saying you have the organization has diminished the development of Travis Fulgham. And then you just go to him like, all right, we need you fourth quarter. Like we need you right now. Like come on, big dog. Like, that's not how that should work, man. There should be no reason why Travis Fulgham has like 5 receptions in the last 6 games. That's bad, man. When he was on an upturn of looking and probably getting to 1,000 yards, which has not happened on this Philadelphia team in, I don't know, since probably Terrell Owens. When you really break it down, when you really look at it, like it's so frustrating to me. And once again, because I gotta keep saying this because I'm a Woods apologist. I think Hurts played a good game. That's my guy. I'm rocking with him. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And I won't and I won't stop doing what I do. But I think the bigger problem, other than quarterback, no matter who the quarterback is the situational football. And yes, the play calling has been better. I ain't even gonna fraud to y'all. Like I like some of the things that I have seen these last few weeks. But it's like, why does it take until December? Because I don't know if I named him this, but I've been hearing it all through the media now. It's a thing called December dub. And that's just facts. Like when you really, really look at it, Doug has coached the best in December. And a lot of people want to say, oh, that's because he had Nick Foles and that's because he had Jalen Hurts. No, even last year, he coached way better than he did all season. I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens in September. I don't know what happens in October. I don't know what happens in November. But Doug has better play calling in December. It's like it takes you 13 weeks to dissect. Oh, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do that. No, that should be week one. That should be week one. And that's the problem that I got. And this organization is going to be stuck at a standstill if that keep happening. You can't keep expecting to turn it up in the NFC East in December. Because let's keep it real. I mean, you know how I feel about the rest of the teams. I hate them. But they're getting better. They're getting better. We have to too. That's the problem that I got. When you look at Washington is like Washington leading the league and leading the NFC East. You know what I mean? You look at the Giants, they're getting better. You know what I mean? You look at the Cowboys, they just beat a team. I forgot who they beat. I don't give a damn. But they still
Niners.
The Niners, yeah.
Right. And they got more wins than us. So all that crap that we was talking, oh man, yeah, now you know how it feel for your for your quarterback to go out and yada yada yada. They got more wins than us. Like we are at the we are literally at the bottom of the NFC East. Do y'all know that? And I ain't talking about you, Mike. I ain't talking about you, Steve. I'm talking about everybody in the chat. Do y'all know that we are at the bottom? We are bottom feeders, and it's a shame. And everybody wants to talk about just hurts. No, this needs to be talked about on a full skill level of what our expectations was. And to me, the coaching is failing still. We got a problem. I know this Philly, but we got a problem, Houston. Go ahead, Charles.
Yeah, we're in a weird situation right now. I mean, we got John Dorsey coming in to the front office, so we know that now. I don't know what's going to happen on the coaching staff. Like, I don't. I have no clue what they're going to do with the coaching staff. I mean, if you really truly believe in it,
hey, Gay City, real fast. My bad. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get out your way. Sean Brown, you're freaking wrong. It ain't one bad year. I'm not pessimistic. I'm seeing what's going on. Ever since we won a Super Bowl, we've been down, going down and down and down. Are you freaking kidding me? We won 2018 because we backpedaled in and because Chicago beat the Vikings. That's how we got to the playoffs. Last year, Carson Wentz had to put the team on his back with nobody around him. And that's how we got. And also because it was the NFC least and teams that like teams was bad. And this year, we're backtracking. We go from 13-3, 9-7, 9-7, and it looked like we're probably going to finish what 5-8 and 5-9-1. Like, come on. How am I being pessimistic? How am I sitting here saying that it's one bad year? It's been multiple bad years with this coaching and this organization. It's been multiple bad years with drafting. It's been multiple bad years with coaching. It's been multiple bad years with situational football. Go ahead, man. My bad. I'm bad.
Real quick, let me just
go ahead, Mike.
No, you go. Go.
You sure, man? No, go ahead, man. We got it's a super chat, man.
I was supposed to say, shout out to my guy Jersey Boy with the $2 donation before Gate kills me. Like, no, I'm just kidding. Tough loss. Hurts is the real deal. Bye, Carson. That's how
so
some
what
people.
I was going to say, Fresh, is I feel like what's going on with Doug more than anything is that he's failing to coach coaches. And I think that's the root of some of the regression we've seen. I think we did a better job at making hires this year. I do. I don't like the fact that we kept Press Taylor. It's no secret that I'm not a big Press Taylor guy. I've been pretty questionable on him from the start. I don't know. I don't know what they do because they set out this year and they brought in all these veteran coaches around Doug and we're 4-9-1. Like, I don't know what you do. I don't know what they're going to do. Like, but my thing is if you really believe in Jalen Hurts, I mean, yes, Doug has changed the system, but he's getting production out of him. So if you fire Doug, are we sure that, you know what I'm saying? Like, now you got to worry about the next guy coming in. What quarterback are they going to want? What kind of system are they going to implement? Like, it just, I don't know, man. Like, maybe you know, I know some of y'all are big Oklahoma fans and y'all want Riley, and then, yeah, that would make a lot of sense. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't. It's a really sticky situation right now.
It is. And it's tricky in a sense where it's like nobody's safe. But at the same time, I don't think, you know, we can easily come back with the same people because of how Laurie is, you know, how he's loyal to these guys. And look, I agree, Gate. Look, if we do see a great Jalen Hurts the remainder of this season, we can say that Doug's situational football is bad. But again, situational football is only maybe 5 decisions in a game. We can honestly see, and I can honestly say that Doug Peterson has been playing to Jalen Hurts' strengths, RPOs, rollouts, you know, design runs, short intermediate passes. He is putting Jalen in the best way to succeed, and Jalen is succeeding. So, as Gates said, you get a new coach in here, and it's like, it's different. So, listen, Frank Wright was a big part of that Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong. However, Doug Peterson was the play caller. But do you know what Frank Wright did? And I always say it. Frank Wright was the guy who put Doug's situational football over the top. Doug Peterson had so much respect. Listen, there's an article. After this video's over, I'm going to put it in the description so you guys can read it. There's an article that says that Doug Peterson and Frank Wright would sit in a room for 6 hours together by themselves before each game and go over the game plan. And I guarantee you there's times where they're talking to each other like this. Doug's like, all right, 3rd and 3. I would like to do this. Maybe Frank offers his advice and Doug trusts it and goes with it. This is what we're lacking. A crucial 3rd and 3, a decision to go for 2, a 4th down decision, a challenge decision, a timeout decision. These are what Doug is failing at. 1st and 10, a rollout that gets 15 yards. Doug does that under Hurts. So Doug has been doing things since Jalen Hurts has been the quarterback that is positive. He's just bad at situational football, and that's where we need a guy that Doug can trust, a seasoned vet who is willing to not call plays, but be situational. Actually, I would like to get a play caller in here. You all know where I stand on that. But real quick before I turn it over, shout out to Mazda Funk Watkins with the $24.99 super chat. Las Vegas showing love. Much respect, Philly Mike. We watching y'all. Hey, shout out to you, Las Vegas. Always good to see Philly fans all across the world, man. You know what I mean? You got the diehard ones in Philly, but you got them in Dallas. You got them in Las Vegas. You got them in different countries. But shout out to you guys.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. This is going to be a really tough offseason. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on. I mean, what's your gut instinct right now? My gut instinct right now is gut instinct. Doesn't mean it's correct, but my gut instinct is that Doug's probably going to stay. That's what I think is going to happen.
Go ahead, Fresh.
Ain't no question. Doug is here. These last 2 games has kind of saved his job, even if his job was on a ropes or whatever you want to call it. I'm not the guy that's saying fire Doug, even though I grind him up because of situational football. I do, because I know what it's like to have a coach that don't dude, like situation. It's like I can call better plays than that. I know situations better than that. I know for a fact don't take points off the board if you don't need to. There's no point for you to go for 2 points right there. I mean, can y'all agree with me right there?
Yeah, I woun't have gone for 2 either. I would have
Mike?
taken the points.
No.
I would have taken the points personally.
No, what's the difference between 4 and 5? There's no
That's what
football.
I'm
There's no
saying.
football score that's going to go 5 or 4.
That and that's what I'm saying. So I do think Doug is going to be here, even though I feel how I feel. I just want Doug to give up play calling. That's all I ask. I know, Doug, you rally the troops, especially in December. I know that, Doug, you give out ice cream and all that kind of stuff. And I know you got these freaky things with water bottles. I know these things about you, Doug. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, dude, your play calling, man, is and it's crazy because, can I ask this real fast to y'all? And when I said this, and I was saying this from week 1 to about 10, no, about 12, I kept saying, why is it that when Carson Wentz does this and he does that, he's not talking to him? And a lot of people commented and said, oh, he ain't don't got the time. He's the head coach. He does this and he does that. It looked like he got the time for Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? It seemed like, even though Doug Peterson said me and Carson Wentz are married and all this old bull crap, well, it looked like he found his mistress. Pause. Yeah. But it looked like it looked like that's his guy. And it's crazy because when you really look at it, Carson Wentz, when he came off the bench, he talked to Nate Sudfeld, and that's really it. When Jalen Hurts comes off the bench, he's talking to Doug, he's talking to Press Taylor, he's even talking to Carson Wentz. Shout out to him. Like, even though all the situation that we was talking about, the trade and all this bull crap, he's still there in this kid ear. And I think that, that I think that's big for Jalen Hurts, because when you got all these people telling you, like, listen, you got it, you got it, you got it. You can come out there and say, you know what, I got it. But when you go to the sideline, ain't nobody talking to you. You just got a face mask on, you looking stupid. It's like, damn, like what's going on? Like I got to figure this stuff out myself. I don't care that this is his 5th year. People still need talking to, man. That's just facts. Like, it's little things that people have been saying and have been commenting saying, I'm petty for these things. But these are little things that can have you 12-4 instead of 7-9. These are little things that can have that you can look at and say, you know what? This team is together. I see togetherness, because let's keep it real. Even though Alshon Jeffrey, I feel as though it still looked like he can't run. But you see more determination in his run. You see him trying to get open more. Now, from my eyes, I don't know if y'all see that, but that's what I see. You know what I mean? So I might be wrong. But when I see him running a route, I see him more determined to get open when Carson Wentz is an under center, man. Go ahead, y'all.
Hey, real quick before we continue, shout out to everybody in the chat. We got 362 people in here watching. Again, it might not look like 362 wherever you're watching, because we are live on 3 different channels. As you can see here, the Philly Talk Podcast, Philly Fresh, aka the General, but you could just type in Philly Fresh in the search bar, and Gate City Sports Channel. All of us do Eagles content. We go live throughout the week. We do regular videos. We chop it up, Eagle stuff. Breakdown tape, even though this guy's the best one out of breaking down the tape. So definitely make sure wherever you're watching it, like the video. It's easy, it's free. Look, give us a like, we appreciate it, and subscribe to the Philly Talk Podcast, Philly Fresh the General, and Gate City Sports Channel. Watch a video. If you like what you see, hit that red button. Go ahead, Gate.
Now, I mean, look, I would like to see some of the more younger kids get reps in these following games. I mean, there's not a whole lot left to really play for. I mean, you might luck into a situation to where maybe Carolina knocks off, Washington, they start to tailspin. Then, you might have a legit shot still at the division. I'm not going to say it's completely out of reach, but I think it's time where you got to see what you got in some of these younger kids, because we got to look at the likelihood of some of these guys being back on the team. Deshaun Jackson seems unlikely to me. Alshon Jeffrey. I'm not saying it's 100%, guys, but I'm saying unlikely to me. Marquise Goodwin, maybe, maybe not. I'd have to look at the numbers. I think he's only really due like $1 million next year. He might be back. I don't know. But I think you got to just give some of these guys like Hightower, they need to be up here playing. I mean, I gave up on JJ. I'm not even going to go there at this point. Like, I don't, I'd like to see some of these guys get, actually get an opportunity to play. What do you got to lose with Elijah Holyfield or any of these other guys on the practice squad to give them some calls, give them a couple of reps? I think you need to see. I think you need to see what you have. Defensively, we're in survival mode defensively right now in the secondary. I like the way Michael Jacquet played. I thought Michael Jacquet played pretty well, given the fact that most of the reps I saw him out there, and I haven't watched the film yet, guys, but most of the reps I saw him out there, he was matched up with D-Hop, and that surprised the crap out of me. Because I was like, whoa, that's a lot of faith in that kid. He didn't seem to have a lot of safety help. And it definitely shocked me. I did see that the one pass that D-Hop got the huge completion on, that contested catch on, it was the very play I talked about, guys. It was that inverted like cover two concept where you take your corners and you drop them back deep as the safeties, and then you take your safeties and bring them up to cover kind of the flat area. I thought that what's his name, the kid that got injured, Seymour, whatever his name was. I thought he made a good play on the ball, man. D-Hop what can you say about D-Hop, man? The dude's got strong hands, bro.
Check his gloves. We need to check his gloves after this game, man. This man was just catching everything.
Come on, them gloves, man. Like, the one catch he made in the end zone by the pylon, it was like, dude, how did he hold on to that?
Exactly.
Like, seriously.
But saying that, because once again, people text me, they call me, and after they seen that touchdown, seeing that, would you still have made the trade and gave up Miles Sanders for him?
We can't afford it. No, simply put, we can't afford it. We'd be trading him at the end of this year.
Yeah.
We couldn't afford the contract. To be straightforward.
Okay.
It's not about the player. Yeah, I love the player, but we couldn't
afford that. So even if we could afford it, you would have given Miles?
Yeah, probably. It's a tough decision.
I gotta say,
running backs just don't make it that long in the league.
Yeah, I get that, but you got to understand that they'll probably be out of the league at the same time, because he's been in the league 6-7 years before Miles. So when you really look at it, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Miles is still not being used enough. This dude is a baller. Like, you can see it, man. Like, you can literally see it. And it's a shame he's being handcuffed. I'm not saying he should have numbers like Davon Cook and Alvin Kamara, but it should be similar. It should be, if you squint your eyes, you like, damn, that's close. You know what I mean? It should be one of them. You know how you looking on the side view mirror and say objects are closer than what they seem. It should be that when you look at Miles Sanders. I just feel as though they don't use him enough, even in this game. Like I don't know if y'all seen it, but in the third quarter, it's like he wasn't even there. He wasn't even there in the third quarter, and that happened last week. Like, why are you not using this kid? And I ain't got no problem with you having the rotational thing, who ain't nobody else come in but Boston Scott. And I'm surprised that we still are, like, we picked up Jordan Howard, don't even use him. I don't understand about that. Why in the heck that we got 3rd and 1 and 3rd and 2, and you don't bring in Jordan Howard? And you want to run a draw play with Jalen Hurts, who you can see, as much as things that I like, them draw plays on 3rd and 2 and all that kind of stuff, that's not him. He's an outside runner. He's not an inside runner. You can see that every time he gets stopped on them kind of, I'm just talking about on 3rd and 2s and all that kind of thing, when a box is loaded. That's when you bring in a Jordan Howard. You know what I mean? So I don't I understand what you're saying. Let the young kids, Like, even if you want to bring up Holyfield and see what he got, I'm cool with that. But I feel as though once again we're still not using our players to their best ability. Now, what I can say is they have been using Rhaegar these last 2 weeks, like I've been asking for the last 13 weeks until he got hurt. But they're using him more now. I wonder why. But they're still using him more now. You know what I mean? And we seen the kid answer the bell. You call up Quez Walker's number. What do you do? Hello? Yeah, I'm here. I've been here. I've been waiting for this call. The bell. Like Fulgrim. You calling. Answer the bell. Because my thing is, I think that this draft, I think that Howie did a good job in this draft. And now it's looking like, even with the second round pick, even though I don't like it that it was at 53, I probably still never will. And nobody probably will ever change my mind about that. But I do like that we have him on this team. I do like that we got Kayvon Wallace on this team. I do like that we got Hightower on this team. I do like that we got Quez Walkers on this team. But you have to use these guys. We see all across the league, man. It's a dude, and I don't know if Vic 3 in here, but I'm facing Vic 3. Well, I just demolished him in fantasy football, so I ain't facing him anymore. Poof, be gone. But anyway,
he had Miles Sanders.
Yeah, he had Miles Sanders, but he had a dude, Gage Jr. from Atlanta that just balled out. A young rookie. This is the things that I'm saying. You see all across the league, these rookies are being put in the position to get 7 to 8 receptions. You know what I mean? 7 to 8 targets or whatever the case may be. We're not doing that with Cuz Watkins. We're finally doing that with Jalen Rhaegar. We're not doing that with Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders still ain't got 20 touches, bro.
And he had 12 at halftime. He had 12 at halftime and finished with 17. I was just looking that up. That's what I was trying to look up real quick.
And I'm telling you, Mike, I understand the numbers. I get that. But I got eyes. Y'all already know how I get that. I see the eyes. You know what I mean? And when you really look at it, I didn't see him in the third quarter. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I didn't see Miles Sanders in the third quarter. That's the problem that I got with this coach. Go ahead, y'all.
Okay, you could take that super chat gate real quick. Just hit it.
Oh, my bad. What's up, Joshua Gray? You said, looks like Carson will be the latest to get chased out of town, unless if he's open to a quarterback competition. But if I'm Jalen, I wouldn't trust Howie one bit. Also, I hope this doesn't save Press's job. Yeah, Joshua, I hope it doesn't save Press's job either, because I don't think the guy is that great of a coach, to be quite honest, especially as a position coach. I don't know what this kid is in terms of scheming things and as a passing game coordinator. I mean, I don't have privilege to that, but just judging the way that these quarterbacks, like the fundamentals of their play, I'm skeptical on Press Taylor. I would like to see him go, and I'd like to see a legit quarterback coach get in there, especially if you're going to be working with a young quarterback who's clearly tremendously talented. I mean, that's the one thing I can say about Jalen Hurts is that he's talented. Like, there's no doubt about that part of his game. He's got real talent. In terms of some of the other things, man, about like what they're going to do here and there with personnel and stuff, like, I don't know, man. Like, that's a difficult thing to judge at this time in terms of like, will there be an open competition? Are they going to outright name somebody? I would take a wild guess if they even have 10% confidence that Jalen Hurts is their guy. You're going to want to try to minimize that Carson Wentz contract as much as possible. Because if you, like I said, guys, if you have him here on the third calendar day, on the third day of the league year, $15 million extra of 2020's cap gets guaranteed. If for some weird reason you keep this guy as your backup going into next season, and then you mess around, you can't move him, and he's here on the third league calendar year of 2022, the entire contract for 2022 then becomes guaranteed. So I would have a feeling that if you have even, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to have the same kind of confidence, but if you got any confidence you can build around him, I mean, I'm just judging from the money, guys. I'm judging purely from the dollars of what you got to do with the contracts.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, shout out to Rome with the $5 super chat. Shout out to you, my guy. Preparing myself for Wentz to end up in Indy. Both sides need something new. Did not like that last hit Hurts took where his leg was rolled up on. Yeah, man. Definitely didn't like that as well. And then, but again, appreciate the super chat, my guy. Hey, we're gonna see. It's gonna be a crazy offseason. But shout out to Eagles body bag 18 with the $5 super chat. Jalen Hurts is going to crush the Eagles Nation hearts. When he doesn't take us to the Super Bowl, y'all will be screaming for him to get traded by year 3. Ouch.
I don't know about that.
I do. It's year 5, and look what's going on. Look what's going on right now, Gates. You can't say that. Like I definitely agree with you, body bag. Sound like what's going on? Listen, I definitely agree. And this is why I say what I say. It's not just because of Carson Wentz. It's because of whoever our future quarterback is going to be. We just expect guys to just and it's not you, Gates. I know that you're not going to do it. He's talking about Philly fans nation. If they don't get exciting plays and the offense is dull and he starts throwing turnovers or whatever the case may be, and the league catches up to him and all that kind of stuff, people are going to be sitting there and saying, yo, what is going on? This dude needs to go. This is the same thing like for a quarterback to have 1 year wrong and for everybody to throw him under the bus, there's no way that comment is not solidified to me. You know what I mean? Once again, I said it earlier. We did it with Randall. We did it with McNabb, who took us to 5 NFC champions and 1 Super Bowl. We didn't win those Super Bowls, but still, you still got the joy of going to the playoffs back to back to back to back to back to back. You got that joy.
Yeah. But that's not what I was referencing when I say I don't know about that, Reese.
My bad, bro.
I'm referencing when he says Jalen Hurts is going, so he's projecting here, to crush the Eagles Nation's hearts when he doesn't take us to the Super Bowl.
Oh, my bad, bro.
I'm not into projecting some, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's
All right, go ahead. My bad.
I mean, the kid, like I already broke down his play. I know the kid's got some issues with his fundamentals that still need to be worked out, but I mean, there's talent there. Like, you can't deny that for whatever he lacks fundamentally, like, the kid's a competitor, man, and he does look confident under center. I got to give him credit for that. Like, it doesn't. And look, appearances are appearances. I understand that appearances are hard to judge because what appears to one person may not appear to another. But it does not appear to me as if the game is too big for him as a rookie. Like, he seems to have that swagger, that arrogance. And this is what I love about people that say that people are arrogant. Have you met quarterbacks? Try playing the quarterback position if you're not arrogant. Like, it's funny to me. Like, he seems to have that quarterback arrogance to me.
I mean, everybody loves Aaron Rodgers. He's probably the most arrogant quarterback. Everybody loves Tom Brady. They're probably the most 2 arrogant quarterbacks in the league, probably ever. When you look at it, like you see so many, and they're good teammates. Yes, they are, but they're still arrogant.
Yeah,
like you never seen Carson Wentz or really any quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles cuss out they wide receivers. You know what I mean? But Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, they do that. And people don't grind them up. They say, "Oh, they're competitive and all that kind of bull crap." No, man, like you can't do these kind of things. But if that happens in Philadelphia, it's so under a microscope, and I think that's because of us. I'm not saying us as YouTubers. I mean us as a fan base. Like, we allow these things to happen and get taken to the media because there's so many people clamoring and saying this and saying that, and that once the media gets a hold of it, they already know, oh, everybody's going to back what I'm saying because everybody is saying it. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's coming into fruition this year. It's so many people saying that this and that about whatever the situation is with the quarterback situation is clickbait. You know what I mean? So when you got dudes at ESPN, we got dudes at Fox or whatever the case may be, and they see that the fan base is so in an uproar about things, they're going to say, you know what? I know for a fact if I say this, people are going to be on my side because I said this. And that's the problem that I got, because we have to understand that when we really have the control of the national media. If we just, yo, he having a bad year. Yo, all right, our quarterback not playing good, but let's keep it going, because we see it. We see it in all different. We see it in all different, all across the league. You see it in Atlanta. You see it in Detroit. You see it in a lot of places, and people are not clamoring for the quarterbacks to get benched and get thrown to the wolves because the fan base is like, hey man, you know, you're having a bad year, whatever the case may be, or maybe they just used to you losing. I don't know, but it ain't like we up here with six Super Bowls neither. You know what I mean? So when you really look at it and you really dissect everything, man, like, it might be, and this is just how I feel. I'm not saying Gates, I'm not saying Mike might feel like this, but when you really look at it, it's on us, because we are sitting here and we are yelling and first of all, why in the hell are dudes burning Wentz jerseys? Why in the hell are dudes marking Wentz jerseys off and putting Jalen in there? Like that's corny, man. That's corny to me. And I would say that for any quarterback who has done what Carson Wentz has done. You know what I mean? Like it's no dispersions on Carson Wentz. It's no dispersions on Hurts. When you do things like that as a fan base, it makes us look bad. It makes us look bad, because at the end of the day, this dude has done nothing but try to give it his all, and he had a bad year. But then you want to just throw him out there and throw him to the wolves because you see the new shiny toy. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I like what I see from Hurts, and I'm not throwing no dispersions on Hurts. I like Hurts, but at the same time, it's like, yo, y'all like we. I'm gonna say we, because I'm in a fan base too. We as a fan base have to appreciate what we seen a guy do just 3 years ago. We have to appreciate what we seen a guy do just a year ago with no wide receivers. He throwing to Walmart workers. He throwing to this. He throwing to that. And I'm saying that to talk about the future, because it's going to come a time that Jalen Hurts might have to go through the same thing, and I don't want people just to throw him away neither. It's like when you really look at it, it's a shame what we do to our quarterbacks, man. Boy, yo.
Yeah, I just want to say this. Like I said, look, to get back to this actual game, man, I just want to say this because I still I'm seeing it in my head as I'm just thinking about the game. Like, I'm doing a play-by-play, and there was a time that we were down 7. There was a minute and 50 seconds left. And we were first and goal. This was the biggest situational football situation we were in. First and goal, 1 minute, 50 seconds left, down by 7. Like, come on. And again, back-to-back sacks. One, the guy just broke right past Matt Pryor. Matt Pryor gets a horrible blocking grade this game. So Matt Pryor lets the guy in, boom, sack, cool. The second one, Jalen Hurts, he thought he could sidestep him. He did sidestep him. The guy just hung tough and got him. But, like, I don't know. Because of the play-by-play and because I was so in my emotions at the time, I got to go over and look at the play. I got to see the route combination. So I can't sit there and say Doug Peterson had a bad play call, because I legitimately don't know, because I was just so into it with the chat / watching the game here. But, my gosh, I feel like it was a distant memory. First and goal with a chance to tie the game up, and then I'm looking at 4th and 21, heck Mary. You know what I mean? And it broke my heart when Dallas, because from the one angle I said Dallas caught that, but then as soon as you showed the replay and you saw it skipped the ground, I was just like, bro, that's crazy. Look, I see people in the chat saying, what can we do to get to the playoffs? I mean, again, it's out of our hands now. You know what I mean? We just need a bunch of miracles. But again, playoffs are playoffs, but who knows? I just know that shout out to Jalen Hurts, 300 passing yards, 3 touchdowns.
Mike, I know you see me. I ain't shaking my head because of you, bro. I'm reading.
You're good.
Yeah. I just want you to know that. Like, I want people in the chat to know that I ain't shaking my head because of Mike speaking facts. But I'm reading this chat like.
Yeah. I've seen a few things, Reese. Like someone saying that Drew Brees is humble and he's not arrogant. Like, dude, there's multiple reports from former teammates calling that dude arrogant. Like,
yeah. No. People coming at me. I mean, I've seen that too, but people coming at me like somebody I don't even know how to say that name, Z Watson, saying that I said it's the worst pick. It is the worst pick. I don't like the pick. At 53. That doesn't have nothing to do. See, here's the thing that y'all fail to realize the things that I say, and y'all try to dissect things when I'm giving it to you raw and upfront. I don't like the pick. I don't have no problem with the kid. He didn't pick himself. He didn't say, you know what, I'm going to be number 53 for the Eagles, and I don't like the pick. That has nothing to do with the kid. That's the problem that I got, that y'all just diminish everything that I be saying. I don't have no problem with that. And also, hold up, real fast. Wentz had one bad year. Name another year that he had bad. You want to say 2018 when he coming off the ACL injury and he was playing 4 games with a broken back. But let's talk about
Spinal.
Spinal. My back is broken.
That video is still hilarious.
That's funny as crap. But let's really dissect it real fast. In 2018, right?
Yeah.
He went 5-6. But I can name about 3 games that the defense let him down. Let's talk about the Dallas game. Right? That he went toe-to-toe with Dak Prescott, and we lost in overtime. Let's talk about the Titans game where we was up 17 and the defense just folded because we ain't had no cornerbacks. Let's talk about the Panthers game. We was up 17 and the defense just folded. See, I didn't want to make this about Wentz, but all you bring it out of me. And I'm saying this once again. I am saying this because I have a feeling, Gates. I got a feeling, Mike, that I'm going to be saying the same thing for Jalen Hurts in 2 years. I'm going to be talking about this game. People are going to bring up this game in 2 to 3 years and say, oh, well, Jalen Hurts lost. No, he didn't. Jalen Hurts did not lose his freaking game. Coaching did. And I'm going to be saying the same thing for Jalen Hurts. Y'all need to stop it. Because anything that you think that you can say to that's going to befuddle me and it's going to have me in a fluster. Oh no, come on, man! I basically do this for a living. Stop it, man! Stop it. Go ahead, y'all.
Well, my last take is whoever the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagle is, I'm going to support. So at the end of the day, if it's Jeff Lurie making the full decision, if Jeff Lurie leaves it up to Howie Roseman, if Jeff Lurie leaves it up to the new general manager because Howie Roseman's fired, who knows? Listen, I can get behind Jalen Hurts and I can get behind Carson if that's their decision. But again, whoever I get behind, I'm going to say when they stink and I'm going to say when I love them. But even if I say they stink, I never root against anybody wearing midnight green. I don't like Jake Elliott, but when he's kicking a field goal, I got his back. You know what I mean? I don't like some of these guys, Jalen Mills, but if he makes a tackle, everybody knows my saying it in the play-by-play. We live in the moment. In that moment, I got to give people credit. Like people were like, I was saying Marcus Epps stinks. I've been saying it. I said it in my live play-by-play, but when he got that pick, I got to give him his 10 seconds of due. I can't poo-poo on him. So listen, the traits that Jalen Hurts have are something that you don't teach. You can teach accuracy. You can teach fundamentals. You can teach that. But his poise, his leadership, and his overall attitude is unteachable. That's why people love Dak Prescott, because he's a born leader. Like, he doesn't get phased. He just takes things the right way. You know what I mean? His play, we'll see how he recovers. But I like Jalen Hurts. He got that Philly vibe to me at the end of the day. I mean, it might sound weird. He just got that toughness, that grit, and he got swag. But 2 games is not going to make me, you know what I mean? I got to see more. But right now he's on the best path he could be on. He's 1-1 as a starter. had a great rookie game against the Cardinals, so he can't be putting much better tape. A win would have probably been the only thing he could have did better, possibly. But it's not his fault. Go ahead.
Yeah, this going to be this. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get out the way. This is gonna be my last time talking about Carson Wentz on this chat, because it seems like every time I talk about him, and it's y'all. It's not me. I don't bring him up. Y'all do. But it seems like I gotta defend him, just like I feel like though I'm going to defend Jalen Hurts. First of all, I can't remember who just commented. First of all, I never played on Jalen Hurts' downfall. Do you hear me talk when I talk how I talk? I never, ever said anything bad about the kid. First of all, the kid is a rookie. Did I say I need to see more? Yes. It was one game. Now it's two. Like, I never said nothing bad about the kid. I like the kid. I feel as though it looks like he's going to be the future for the Philadelphia Eagles. And for y'all to say, what does Carson Wentz do bad? I say it all the time. He's having a bad year. He fumbles the football too much. Sometimes he looks and he throws in the double coverage when he shouldn't. He's been turning the football over in the red zone, something that he never does. But once again, I keep saying it's 1 year. That's all I'm saying. And y'all just acting like I'm just up here and I got pom poms and a freaking skirt on and I'm cheerleading for Carson Wentz. No, I'm saying look at the play call. I'm saying look at the offensive line. I'm saying look at the wide receivers not getting open. And I'm going to be saying the same thing for Jalen Hurts. Hopefully not, because hopefully dudes get better, meaning the team. That's the problem that I got. I would not utter a word of Carson Wentz. I ain't gonna say ever again, because obviously we got some things to talk about with the trade and all that. But I would not utter a word of Carson Wentz on this live stream right here today again. But it's y'all. It ain't me. Go ahead, man.
Gate, I'm gonna let you go because I know you got one to say something. But real quick, shout out to Reem only with the $2 super chat. I still think Goddard could have dove for that ball. Hey, it is what it is. And real quick, again, we got 353 people in here.
What ball are you referring to? I mean,
I think he's talking about. I don't think it was. I mean, I think it was the last one he dropped, and he couldn't have dove because he was sliding to catch the ball.
Sliding, it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
I mean, maybe he's saying follow. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think there was anything Goddard could have done. I think the defender got in and made a good play on the ball. I mean,
yeah, you got to say
that. I mean,
but just all I'm going to say is, wherever you're watching it on, we got like I said, we're live on 3 channels. All our channels' names are here, so you know which one of us rocks with each channel. Wherever you're watching it, make sure you hit that like button. It's free. I mean, liking the video is free. Eagle Nation, we got to stand tall through everything we're going through. We got some stuff we got to fix, but go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe. Go ahead, Gate.
No, man. I mean, look, it sucks. I don't like being close in games and then losing it. Sometimes it almost hurts more than that. But I mean, offense is coming to life. I'd love to see us finally put up a 30-point game. That would be pretty nice to see in a winning effort. We've been close a couple times this year, but I do, I miss the days where we used to consistently put up 30 points. Some of that's got to do with the offensive line. There's no doubt about that, man. I said in the pregame that when I watched film last week that I didn't think the offensive line played particularly bad. I actually think they played above expectations. And I think there were definitely some bright spots, but I also thought they got a little more credit than they deserved. And I think they were pretty shaky in this game. I'm not going to say it was completely bad. It was less than ideal circumstances, but yeah, I mean, they got pressure home on us a little bit today. I thought they played above expectation, though, guys. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I didn't think that we would be this close in this game. So, I mean, I was, pleasantly surprised to have an opportunity to win this game. Am I still a little iffy on Doug Peterson? Yeah, I am, because I felt like with better situational play calling, we might have stood a better chance. I'm going to say you still would have won the game, but I didn't understand the aspect of continuously going into the end zone in those last few plays. When you had enough time and you definitely had, easy enough coverage to hit something underneath there and get out of bounds real fast. And then you could have ran a regular route combination into the end zone instead of Hail Mary after Hail Mary. I didn't like the way that the offense crumbled when we got down to the goal line prior to that possession. to where we had a chance. We were pretty much first and goal. I think we were technically first and 10 because I think we did have an opportunity to get a first down at the 1 yard line.
You're right.
But I mean, nonetheless, I mean, it's basically where we were, and we went backwards because of failure to execute. We had penalties that kind of knocked us out. Then you got sacks coming in. I mean, it felt like we see the positive improvements. You definitely want to highlight the positive improvements, but it's like, man, I want to win too, bro.
Exactly. That game. Bro, that game had me, like I said, I agree, Gate. And man, I mean, it would have been nice. We'd have been 5-8-1. I really think that we would have been able to control. Again, Washington has a good defense, but I'm still looking forward to beating the Cowboys in Washington just because I'm going to try to do a stream with Ed Oliver, and I know he's going to talk his talk about the Washington football team, and I still don't like any of our division. I hate them, so I just want to beat them just for just some respect. I mean, I know it's going to take us out of, that top 10. I think Be More Philly said that we're ninth right now as we sit. Ninth draft pick as we sit. So I don't know, losing 2 games, what that would get us. And again, I can't be in the play-by-play watching the Eagles like, I hope we lose. So it might be better for our future. We don't know what we're going to do with Howie Roseman, Doug Peterson. We still have a lot of question marks. This is going to be, as Gates said, a very interesting offseason. Jeff Lurie got a lot to decide.
John Dorsey, I think, is move 1.
Yeah. And like you said from the beginning, that really shows how maybe Lurie is feeling about Howie's picks. Again, reports came out that we wanted Justin Jefferson and Jeremy Chin, and Howie said veto.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So we're definitely, the scouts and Howie ain't on the same page. And if you want your organization to go in the right direction, you got to have everybody on the same page. I think Doug and Howie are totally disconnected. Howie and the scouts, everybody is on their own section, our own chapter. No one's on the same page.
Yeah.
I think we all just had a moment of silence.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to say because now we're in a situation. Every time we win, if we don't take the division, we're knocking ourselves back for draft position. But at the same time, I just can't go into a game not wanting to win a game.
Yeah.
I don't have it in me. I don't have it
Why
in me.
watch it then, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry, Reese. I cut you off, man.
Nah, man. I need a time to calm down anyway, because reading these chats, man, people coming at my character, and usually, I snap or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna keep it calm and cool today. People don't like what I say, fine. But don't disrespect my character. Don't sit here and try to come at me like you know me. Because let me tell you something, you don't. And you don't, and I'm not the internet type of dude. I'm not no click gangster. I'm not none of that. You know what I mean? So what we gonna do is keep it respectful in the comment section, please. That's all I ask. You don't agree with me? Cool. Ain't got no problem with that. I never come at anybody. You can ask anybody that been in my call-in shows that disagree with me. You can ask anybody that comment that disagree with me. I never disrespected not one person. I'm just going to ask you, and I'm going to say this peacefully. Don't disrespect me. That's all I'm going to say. And you know who you are. Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, because look, real quick, at the end of the day, we all have one goal, and that is to see the Eagles do well. But again, just like how our organization is, everybody's on a different page. You know what I mean? Doug, Howie, and the scouts, and even me, Gate, and Fresh. As you see, there's times that me and Fresh, disagree. Me and Gate disagree. We try not to do as much disagreeing on the screen, but you should see us backstage. You know what I mean? Sometimes we backstage, before stage, but we do disagree on here. Gate says something, I say something. But at the end of the day, we want to get a W. It's just how we go about it.
We get heated at times.
Yeah. But
I had to pull up the side of the road, bro. Like, hold on.
but it comes down to this, man. Shout out to Simone Stanley. If you haven't checked out her channel, she's a great Eagles content creator too. She was legitly on Hurts for a minute, not because she was a Carson Wentz hater, because this is the thing. I always hear her say when Carson, she came at Carson early, but when Carson was doing against
I'm messing with her. She know why I'm messing with her. She know why I'm giving her that face. She know why. You know why. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
But I will say this though. She did get Jalen Hurts, quarterback coach from Oklahoma, or I don't know if it was Oklahoma or Alabama. She did get his quarterback coach on her channel. She did a lot of things, and she would always say that what she saw from him in college, she was ready. She wasn't fully ready to give up on Wentz, but she had high hopes for Jalen Hurts since the offseason. So shout out to Simone for I'm not saying
shout out to her. Shout out to her. If you ain't subscribed to her page, I don't like you. You know what I mean? But no, seriously, shout out to her. She does big things. She does big things, and I appreciate her insight. And we go back and forth, but it's all love. Just like everybody in the chat, man. We go back and forth, and it's all love. I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problem with people saying this and saying that about Carson or the team or whatever the case may be, or how you think that I just support Carson, whatever the case may be. I just got a problem with people coming at my character, and that's not the Simone. I ain't like I said, it's all love, man. It's always love, man. And anybody ever talk to me, you ask anybody about me, man. I spread so much love in this chat. Just think about it, man. For y'all to disrespect, just think about it, right? I'm a person every single week. I give a free giveaway. And I don't like to talk about the things that I do. But when you really look at it, for you disrespecting, you're disrespecting yourself. Because I do nothing wrong, in my opinion. I do nothing wrong. And I'm talking about on this platform, because I do a lot of things wrong in life. And I have done a lot of things wrong in life. That's how it is. You know what I mean? But on this platform, like, all I do is try to show love, man. All I do is try to make sure that, that y'all are appreciated by us, because without no y'all, there's no us. Like if we don't have none of y'all, me, Gate City, and Mike, we sitting here talking to our freaking selves. We might as well FaceTime each other. You know what I mean? Even though Gates ain't got an iPhone, we ain't gonna get into that. But but we ain't gonna get into that. But for real, shout out to all of y'all. But at the same time, you know what I mean? I just want everybody to keep it respectful, man. And I see the chat, people saying, what did people say disrespectful? I'm not even going to bring it up. I seen it. Just know I seen it. You know what I mean? And I don't like it. But we going to work past that. And I'm going to get back to my job, because this is what I do. This is my job. Go ahead, y'all.
Real quick, Skeptical Fan, shout out to you for the $2 super chat. What are the Eagles going to do with Wentz? I think this ties into a couple comments. So, Skeptical Fan, we about to talk about that. We also got Simone Stanley saying, so what do we all think is going to happen? Like I said, to me, I think it's a little bit too early for me to give my best guess. But what I can see right now is this. Right now, I can see one quarterback playing bad, one quarterback playing good. It's bigger than that, though, when you're talking about money, organizational decisions, people's job on the line. But right now, Jalen Hurts is showing why he should be a starting quarterback for a team. Is Wentz fully done? I don't believe so. But every game that Jalen Hurts plays good, it's looking worse for Carson. We got to be honest with ourselves. I know I was sad when McNabb went. I was sad when a lot of people go, but I'm all about the team. And listen, Carson Wentz played bad. Is he going to get better? That's yet to be seen. But it's hard for me to guess right now, because if I guess, I want to make sure I get my best guess. But I like what Jalen Hurts doing. Shout out to him. It's a sticky situation all around. But like I said, as a rookie, with everything that this team has, offensive line, wide receiver, man, Jalen Hurts is elevating the talent. I mean, the talent we lost today, but he's getting it done, and it's you can't argue against results. But again, this is a 100-year business. NFL's been around 100 years. We're talking about 2 games. 2 very impressive games, but 2 games. So I want to see Hurts the rest of this year, and I'm just going to hope for the best. At the end of the day, I'm tired of losing. You know what I mean? I'm just tired of losing, but I do like Jalen Hurts' attitude 100%. I don't think you can have a better attitude for a young man. And, I saw Simone say this and someone say, so you know how we had Wednesday for Wednesday? Now it's Thursday for like Thursday. Ha ha, he, hoo, hoo. I don't know. I guess it wasn't that funny. Go ahead, Gate.
Jesus. Skeptical fan, bro. That's going to be a big question. It's going to be $100 million question. Truth be told,
it's going to be a 10-year question.
Exactly. Truth be told, man, it's not an easy thing to answer, to be honest, right now. I'll say it this way. You can't keep a guy who's making $20-some million on the bench. It's just, they're not going to do that, man. They're going to want him in the lineup. This is the way it is. So if your Hurts is your guy, then he's got to go. You can't have him there, man. You can go get a veteran backup, but you're not going to get him at $25 million. I mean, you're going to want him a little less than that. I think that it's an interesting question because the money, like I said, in 2020 was wanting to know, like, Gate, do you have any articles on it? I don't, man. I'm just looking at the numbers on this, but you lose if you let Carson go via trade, via release, which won't happen. There's way too much money to release him. It's obvious that Doug would have wanted to rework the contract with Carson because of just how expensive it is to try to get other guys and try to free up some of this cap space because of how bad it is. Obviously, with the way things are right now, it's challenging. I mean, I don't know how much Carson's going to be, a team guy right now. I mean, to be honest about it. What's going to happen with guys like Zach Ertz? What's going to happen with guys that are coming up for contract, like Dallas Goedert, Miles Sanders? Man, we got 1 million and 1 cornerbacks on 1-year deals. I mean, that question has so many layers to it. It's not funny. I believe that we got one defensive end in Brandon Graham scheduled to make $17 million against the cap next year, almost $18 million to be honest. And we have another defensive end who we picked up the 5th-year option, and that's going to elevate him to like $10 million against the cap. That's like $28 million on 2 players on the D line alone. That doesn't count the defensive tackles. We already had Fletcher Cox agree to rework his contract a little bit. You got Malik Jackson, where you got questions around that. You got, Javon Hargrave, who probably just signed. Maybe he really wants to be here, and maybe he would give you a little cap flexibility with his contract. But remember, every person you negotiate, you're just pushing guaranteed money down the road, and you're probably guaranteeing more of it. So this nightmare is going to continue eventually. It's a hard question, man. There's so many pieces that move to this. What do you do with Lane Johnson? What do you do with Brandon Brooks, right? Ideally, you'd like to have those 2 guys back because when healthy, that's the best right side in football when it's healthy. Arguably, I'll say arguably, but I mean, we could stake a claim that arguably it's the best right side of football when they're healthy. I don't know, man. I don't have the answer for that, man. I mean, we're going to know by the 3rd league calendar day of next year, because if Wentz is on this team, not only is that, you're looking at 2021, you're looking at $15 million guaranteed for 2022. So.
First of all, I can't remember who said it, but yeah, the shirts is on the way, man. I'm actually in the midst of talking to somebody to bring up some merch, so they on the way. And I'm waiting for Mike to tell everybody I want a Jalen Hurts jersey, so that'll be for me. You know what I mean? Go ahead, tell him. You can tell him now, Mike. I can't hear you.
What happened?
No, I was waiting for you to tell everybody I want a Jalen Hurts jersey. You know what I mean? So that'll be for me.
Yeah, right.
I ain't even compete. It was a joke, but Mike messed it up because John wasn't on. But but like I said, I'm not gonna bring up number 11's name. So I'm gonna talk about everything that's around him. Gate City, I appreciate everything that you said because it's going to have to be a lot of decisions made. What are you going to do with Ronnie McLeod coming off of ACL? We still got him under contract for another year. What are you going to do with Brandon Graham that's coming off his best year? What are you going to do with Malik Jackson, Hargrave, or Fletcher Cox? Are you going to bring all three of them back? Because if you let two or one of them go, that's 10 to 20 million off the cap. You know what I mean? What are you going to do with are you going to sign Dallas Goedert this year? What are you going to do with Zach Ertz? Are you going to try to sign Miles Sanders to a cheap deal because it's only in the second year? What are you going to like? It's so many, and this is why I have no problem with the signing of the guy that we talked about earlier. And I would like, because I don't want Howie Roseman just to dip out of here before he fixes things. Things need to be fixed. And contract wise, I think Howie Roseman can figure it out. So I don't have no problem with him staying here because of that. I just don't want him touching no players. I don't want him drafting anybody. But when you really look at it and you dissect it, like on the defensive side, man, like it's big money. It's big money on the defensive side. What are you going to do with Brandon Brooks? What are you going to do with Lane Johnson? Is Kelsey coming back? Do you have to find a center? It's so many question marks for next year that we really got to sit here and that we got to dissect, because once again, this team is probably not rebuilding, but we're definitely retooling. And it should be a shift next year. It should be happening this year. This is why we talked about it, Gates. This is why we talked about it, Mike, earlier. Let these young guys play, because you need to see what you have, especially coming into next year, because you got some old guys that need to get up out of here. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you, even though I appreciate them being here and all that kind of stuff. But when you look at a guy and Josh Sweat, I hope everything is fine with him. And then you look at a guy and Brandon Graham and Vinny Curry. It's like, huh? What I'm doing here? Am I gonna sign Derek Barnett or just bring him back for his fifth year, or hitting with the franchise tag? Like, it's so many questions that we got, man. And it's a shame because we don't know the answer to them. You know what I mean? I mean, we could sit here and we could talk till we blue in the face. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's like we don't know what the hell is going to happen. But it is a lot of questions that need to be answered, man. And they're not multiple choice. So these need to be answered expeditiously. Like, when you really break it down and when you really look at it, man. Like, I'm not saying we're in trouble, because
we're in trouble.
I'm not. No. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say we're not in trouble, but it is a lot of things that need to rotate. It is a lot of things that need to happen, man, because you're paying Darius Slay. Is he aging? I don't know. Who knows? You know what I mean? I think the scheme might not fit him, but it is what it is. Are you going to pay Fletcher? You already went into his deal. You already reconstructed his deal. So what are you going to tell him next year? You know what I mean? Are you going to bring Malik Jackson back for $10 million? Are you going to bring Hargrave back for $10 million? You know what I mean? Are you going to bring Brandon Graham back for, what's that, $12 million or something like that?
Nah, Brandon Graham's almost $18 million, man, against the Cat next year.
And that's what I'm saying. This is why we're 70 to 75 million above the Cat. So it's so many questions that got to get answered, man. Like, when you really, really look at it, and finally, we really and I mean, can we talk about Alshon? Alshon, what, he like 22 million next year?
Yeah, he got to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Deshaun Jackson, he like 13, 14 million. Like, it's so many old guys that's getting paid. You know what I mean? And it's a shame, because once again, we need to see this young talent, man. Go ahead, Charles.
Yeah. Hey, Philly Insider Podcast. Hey, man, hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. I'm not creative. I think my Twitter handle is Hyder_Steve, something like that, or Hyder Steve, something like that.
That's a shame.
My Instagram is Steve_Hyder. Like, it's I'm not creative, man. Like,
that's a shame you don't know your own Twitter handle, though, bro.
That's why I just keep mine right here.
I don't. I only check it when y'all like message me. That's pretty much it.
Hey, inside, a Philly Insider. DM me, and then I'll send you to his page. I got you. How about that? We're gonna do it like that. All right.
I want to get Reese and Mike. I also want to get Philly Insider. You guys know I started doing the personal interview series. Jalen Williams was the first one that I was able to interview. I had a great time talking with him. My two guys up here, they're going to be next to where we just do a general interview series. We talk a little bit about life and football. It's not always specific to the Eagles. It's more specific to life and just football in general and like people's experiences in the world. So, you know I talked to Philly Insider about that too. So, yeah, guys.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Rome with the $5 super chat. He didn't say nothing because at the end of the day, there's not much that needs to be said. You know, we lost. No, I'm just kidding. Real quick, shout out to Tone DeShields II with the $99 super chat. He said Alshon showing value, must trade or cut him. Definitely go check out Tone DeShields, great Eagles YouTuber as well. Watch a video. You like what you see, hit that button. But look, guys like Alshon, Deshaun Jackson, Zach Ertz, Brandon Graham, Derek Barnett, these guys just probably are not going to be here. And some of the guys I said you probably like some, maybe a BG, maybe that's about it. But at the end of the day, the money is what's going to make them not be here. But Alshon, Deshaun, these are like no brainers, age plus money. But like, you're going to be sad to lose a guy like Brandon Graham, maybe Derek Barnett. But it is what it is. And so the way to go might be to go young. You know what I mean? Wentz is hitting his prime, but like, let's be honest. What if the Eagles, with all these old guys like the Ronnie McLeod, the Jalen Mills, these guys are on 1 or 2 year contracts, plus we're broke. What if we don't win a decent amount of games next year? It's like, I don't know. I don't want to say rebuild because I still believe as long as you have a quarterback, and if Hurts is a quarterback and he continues to go the way he's going now, I think he's going to win us some games because of that. But we just have a lot of question marks, not named a quarterback, and the quarterback is a question mark too. So we're just like one huge question mark, and it's just scary. And especially this, we're broke. Plus the cap's going down. Like COVID knocked the cap down. I don't know exactly how much, but the cap is not going to be the same as it was forever. COVID lowered the cap. It is what it is.
Hey, Chris, hit me up on Twitter. Let me look at my Twitter handle, man. I'm pretty sure it's at Hyder Steve, but I'm easy to find, man. Just type my name and I'll pop up. Hit me up on Twitter, Chris, and I'll set you up for a schedule to be interviewed.
Hey, but with that being said, me and Gay said we were going to be done at 9:00, and then here it is at 9:25, and we're just still rocking. You guys got any more? I mean, like I said,
I got a lot more, but I know you guys want to. I know y'all guys want to get off. I know y'all said an hour, so I'll probably just do a whole nother live. No, I'm serious. I got a lot to get off my chest, bro.
Hey, I hear you. Go ahead.
So I'll probably do a whole nother live. Probably set it up. I don't know, but close the statements on it because we closing out, right?
Yeah.
All right. So close the statements on this. I'm proud of what I've seen from this team. Defensively, young guys, I'm proud, and I don't want to say I'm disappointed in the defensive line, but man, when I see the offensive line was holding it down, especially in the first quarter, we couldn't get no pressure from the defensive ends and from the defensive tackles, and that was kind of disappointing to me. Now they did turn it up; they didn't have any sacks, but I thought as though the sack fumble from your guy Steve, what's his name? Jaquette. Yeah, from Jaquette. Yeah. I like that. You know what I mean? I seen some things in Jaquette that I like. And there's no dispersion on Avonte Maddox, but I just think he's playing out of position. I think he should be in that slot or probably playing safety because he's not an outside guy. He's just not tall enough. Mm-hmm. And we see him get barbecue chicken week after week after week, but he's right there. But you're 5'9", it's hard for you to go against these big guys. You know what I mean? Offensively, once again, I like what I seen from Hurst. I thought he was tough. I thought he was poised. I thought that the play calling was good, but the situational football still had me befuddled and scratching my damn head. The offensive line, real fast. Offensive line. I thought Pryor played kind of good, but it was a couple plays that scratched my head. You know what I mean? Jordan Mailata, I think, gave up a sack, and also Pryor did too. The offensive line could have played better, but the fourth quarter, they was turning that heat up. And it started to fall. All things fell apart with that offensive line in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? But I like a lot that I've seen. I think Miles Sanders didn't get enough touches. Once again, I like what I see from Rhaegar. I need to see more from him. You know what I mean? I think if you've seen things like this all year, he would be upon the top of the rookies and wide receivers that we keep talking about, the Justin Jeffersons and all that kind of stuff. I think that he would be up there with those guys. He wasn't being used enough, and he got hurt. Other than that, man, man, I mean, really nothing else that I can really say about that. You know what I mean? I got a lot more to say, but I know you dudes want to go, so go ahead.
You can finish your thoughts, man.
No, go ahead.
I gotta say some hot takes for the next live too.
Got you.
Yeah. I got a lot of shit to talk about, bro.
All right. My take on this, man. Some of the young guys I thought were impressive, man. Michael Jacquet. I mean, I was impressed today. I don't know if he can continue that, but I'd like to see it. Now, am I saying he should play over Darius Slay? Guys, don't confuse it. No, I'm not saying that. But I'd like to see this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd like to see what he can do. I mean, he looked all right today. One of the things that stood out to me about Michael Jacquet when I broke down film is how much Louisiana Lafayette used him everywhere, outside, nickel, over the top. Like, I mean, they really moved that kid around a lot. And that's going to bode well for you in the NFL because it just gives you versatility and flexibility to get on the field. Some of the other players, like, man, is as frustrating as our linebacker core can be. One crazy thing that I'll say is that I thought some of these young guys are starting to play better, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not saying we don't need to upgrade there because clearly we need upgrades there. We do. But I still think we got some young pieces here that, you know what I'm saying, with a legit person in the middle, we're going to be all right. I mean, I think this team can survive. Defensive line, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but it was a pretty good year for us this year from the defensive line, man. I thought Brandon Graham had a clear sack if there was not a false start on that play. I thought he was definitely going to get it. At Hyder Steve. At Hyder Steve. My bad, guys. At Hyder Steve. Thank you, Reese. I appreciate you, man. I don't know what we're going to do in terms of defensive line, but I'm hoping Josh Sweat didn't suffer like a bad injury here. I don't think it's anything significant. At least I'm hoping it's not. It did look like he had something, maybe the shoulder or something, just the way he was kind of hanging it and holding it. I don't know, but that's a kid that I'd like to see in the future getting a chance to be, one of the starters because I think that kid's pretty good. Offensively, man, I don't know what to do about this offensive line. Offensive line is crazy.
I don't know
Mike over there.
I'm dying. Go ahead, Gay. Sorry.
I'm always done, man.
That's my man Born, dog.
No, it's like
I'm messing with you, bro. Go ahead.
Matt Pryor needs to go inside the right guard. We don't need to see Matt Pryor too much more at right tackle, in my opinion. We don't have no choice for the end of the year, it looks like. But in the future, let's just keep him at right guard. I don't know like I said, guys, we already talked about the offensive line and the questions with, Brooks and the questions with Lane Johnson for the upcoming years and what you do with the salary cap. I don't know. I can tell you this. Looks like Mailata can be a player in the league. I think we found something there. I don't know if Kelsey's going to retire. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that we got to get ready for the offseason. Anything we can do to create draft picks, I think we need it because we're going to need to add a ton of very young talent.
Compensatory picks.
But if we cut them, we don't get them.
Yeah.
If we cut them, then we get no compensatory picks for them.
I don't know if that's true. I think you still get one for Will Parks, right?
Man, you might have a point. I don't know. I have to look into it. I don't think you do though.
Yeah,
But
I think there's a certain amount of time they got to play.
okay.
Yeah,
You might be right.
I'm not sure if you get one for Will. You might. I think you do though. I think I had this conversation with a couple of people, and I think you do get one for Will Parks.
Do you really? That would. I mean, I still don't think we should have cut him, but at the
Because
same time,
I do know that we got one for Jordan Howard.
But at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying, we should. But Jordan Howard left during free agency.
Yeah,
I think we got one for the linebacker, but I don't know how that works. So, the dude that went on to Pittsburgh, but
Pittsburgh or Baltimore? You talking about LJ Fort?
yeah, LJ Fort.
Oh yeah, he went to Baltimore. What about do we get any compensatory picks for who's the linebacker that we had that held out, and also a Goodwin?
Marquise Goodwin, I doubt it because he's still technically under contract.
But what about the other guy that we had at the beginning of the year, the linebacker that we had, and he helped out too? Y'all know who I'm talking about?
I'm trying to think.
Damn, man,
he held out.
Yeah, he ain't come. Hey, chat, if y'all know what I'm talking about, damn, he was a good linebacker too, and I wanted to see him, man.
Jatavius Brown.
Yeah. So do we get one for him, or you don't know?
Didn't he retire?
No, he didn't retire. He just said he wasn't playing.
He retired.
I think he retired, so I think we do get a compensatory. I don't know because it's calculated off of like I think snaps and like all kinds of crazy things. But okay. I mean that's messed up. If you don't get a compensatory,
I thought you said he wasn't playing it because of this.
Yeah.
Oh, so he did retire. Okay. Well, you know.
Yeah. That would be kind of messed up if we didn't get. But I don't know because it is based off a percentage, I think, of playing time and like contribution to the team. So I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I mean, yeah.
So, but I know coming into right now, what we got 10 picks, right?
Yeah.
And we need every last one of them.
We do. We need to create more. Like I said, we need more because we got a lot of holes that we need to fill here. Wait a minute. Time out.
Pause.
Yo. All right.
Go ahead, Mike.
Not wrong. You got kids in the chat. I'm sorry.
Hey. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We still got 302 people in here. If it looks like there's not 302, you're probably like, this guy's lying. We are live on 3 different channels. As you can see, the Philly Talk Podcast, my channel, Philly Fresh, aka The General. Search it up in the search bar, just Philly Fresh, and Gate City Sports Channel. We break down Eagles news all through the week. We go live together. We go live by ourselves. We do live call-ins. We do a lot of different things. So if you want to check us out, search our handles, watch a video. If you like what you see, hit that button. I'm gonna check who won the Jalen Hurts giveaway for tomorrow. So be aware Fresh won it already. Yeah.
Right now, go ahead.
But tomorrow I will be doing a live stream. It's not gonna be long, just quick, just to get out who wins. I'll do the raffle live so people don't think I'm cheating. If Philly Fresh wins, though, then you know I really cheated.
I ain't gonna win, y'all. I ain't even comment, man. I want that for y'all, man.
Facts. But I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So shout out to whoever wins that. And smash the like.
Before we go, can I say something real fast?
Okay.
I'm also gonna check on who won the Miles Sanders thing. I don't know what he had, but it wasn't a lot. So I gotta check on that, man. Whoever won. You already know that gift card is on the way expeditiously, but I do want to kind of apologize because I don't be wanting to hold the chat up for things outside of football, especially outside of Eagles football. And I tend to try not to do it, but it's certain things that be being said that I just can't let slide. Me being a man that I am, I don't let that slide. Now, I didn't put it on blast. But at the same time, I wanted the people to know that I see you. You know what I mean? But I do want to apologize because I didn't want to because we spent too much time on it. You know what I mean? And I apologize for that. But like I said, man, I'm a man first. Before I'm a YouTuber, before any of that shit, I'm a man first. You know what I mean? So once again, like Mike said, man, shout out to all of y'all. Like Mike said, 300 of y'all support us, man. It's a lot of day ones in here back when we was doing Saturday night lives. You know what I mean?
4-hour marathons, bro.
Yeah, son, you like. So shout out to all of y'all, seriously, man. Because I keep saying this, without no y'all, there ain't no us, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all already know. Yo, that.
Facts.
Hey, I guarantee you, some of them waiting for the off season for them Saturday lives again. I know they are. I already know they are.
Yeah, right.
Bro, people hit me up on Instagram and Twitter and all that, asking me about it, bro.
Yeah, we'll be back to the Saturday Night Lives on when there's no football. But
lives of my wife hating me.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a rough one. It's gonna be a rough one. But with all that being said, make sure you check out our channels, and more importantly, if you haven't done it, make sure you smash that like button. It does a lot of things for YouTubers, and it lets us know that we mess with you, y'all mess with us. And at the end of the day, it's free. You know what I mean? We're not asking you to do too much. Shout out to everybody. Eagles suffer a loss, 33-26. Man, it is what it is. Until next time, Cowboys, Giants, Washington, they still stink. We out.